welcome back to another episode of the Montreal Canadiens Franchise Rebuild, episode number 5 now. And we got some comments that are going to solve a lot of my issues here from a whole lot of you. Tate Anderson, Hunter Moore, Anthony Corrado, Tone Chaser, Mabister. Apparently Fog of War was on, and I've never played with Fog of War, as you can tell, so I'm a little bit stupid, and we can definitely turn that off because it will definitely be a better experience if there's no Fog of War. So let's go into the rules here and go all the way to the bottom. Show potential off. No, don't need to worry about that. Where is this? Fog of War off. We don't want any of this garbage on. Get that out of here. Morale meetings. You can keep that on for now, but if you want me to remove it, I can definitely remove that as well. But all the other settings look like they should be good to go as of right now. If there's any other settings that you do want me to change, just let me know. I'll make those changes. But yes, definitely Fog of War off. That was awful. And I'm glad I'm not going to be thinking that UC Sorrow is freaking that defenseman's not an 89 overall. Mr. Where is he? What's his damn name? He's hurt me so bad, I don't even want to remember his name. Edit lines. I feel like... Oh, I can't even do the edit lines right now. But who was it? I can't remember his name. But I also received a comment where you do want me to trade for that first overall pick. So I'm going to try getting that trade done. I will give up a fair value. I think that's fair. But Yuri Kalinin definitely looks like someone that we can trade for. They want him playing on the first line with Connor Bedard. Sniper. Or not Connor Bedard, sorry, with Cole Caulfield. Sorry, Connor Bedard's playing in a couple minutes. Timo Solani. So obviously looks like he's going to be a stud. I also do want Jordan Gavin, if I'm being honest. Or a defenseman like Falk. So we're going to try making that trade for the first overall pick. It's tough between Michael Misa and then Yuri Kalinin, but I'm going to go with the Russian, and we're going to see if we can get that deal done here. So advance a day. Let's go into the NHL entry draft. The bulk of this episode will definitely be trying to get this first round pick. So we got about 3 minutes to get this deal done with the San Jose Sharks. So let's try trading for the pick. Remember, we have the 3rd pick and the 5th. I think we definitely are going to have to give up the 1st. Or the 3rd. So let's go in here, skip all this information, draft picks, and let's try doing it with the 5th. Oh, we have the 3rd, 5th, and 6th, and the 31st. So what if we give 2? What if I make a package just like this? 2 first-round picks and a second-round pick, trade rejected. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Maybe I want to keep that second-round pick, though. It's really the only kind of pick we have left. Let's try looking at value that we can trade over to the, I believe, San Jose Sharks. We got 2 minutes here, so we can't be too slow, but I think we might have to give up a prospect in this deal, and we want to keep our defenseman prospect, our defensive prospects, definitely. Beck, 76 at 21, medium top 6. He might be pretty good. Two-way forward, I'd like to keep Beck. Lysel, I would also like to keep. Massar, what is Massar? A playmaker? I can get rid of Massar. Trade rejected. Okay. So this is good. It's not going to be an easy trade to get through. And if I were to trade, what if I did something like this? Trade rejected. Okay. So we gotta really start kind of chipping away here. 3 first-round picks. Trade rejected. Oh my God. I don't think we're going to be able to get this pick. First next year. There is no way we're going to get this pick. And as much as I want them, I'm offering 3 first-round picks. Is there anything else I can offer? I got a minute and a half here. Aiden Hill, Montombo. I mean, I can give you Aiden Hill. It's not going to change anything, though. And let's go all skaters. Any forwards that we can get rid of here? Chernak. I don't mind Chernak. Kirby Doc, I would like to keep around. Barron, Gooley. I mean, that's the best we can do. I mean, realistically, we can go like this. 5 first-round picks. I think this would be a bad move, though. 5 first-round picks for the player. But we can't get him. We just can't get him. That's just the way it's going to be. We can't get him. What if I go 3, 5, and 6? Trade reject it. But with this, we can get so many good players. Like 1 franchise player isn't really going to change anything. I can add a 7th. 3 first-round picks for a franchise? No, we can't do it. We can't do it. Simulate pick. And he is an 82 medium franchise potential. Misa, 76. I know. I should have done it. But Jordan Gavin, two-way forward, is listed as a gem. I don't mind taking him. Let's see what he is looking at. NHL ready in 1 year. Medium elite potential. As a center, I think he can be good. Durham, A+, two-way forward. NHL ready. I actually prefer Durham between these two. But let's do our due diligence here and find a trade and see if anyone wants to trade away our pick here. So let's go into draft picks. Add asset. The Calgary Flames pick. We can get DeBrusk at 3rd. Taylor Hall. Landeskog. Tom Wilson. I mean, nothing really there. No good trades. We might as well just draft here. So the question now becomes, do we want a two-way forward or do we want Gavin? I think I'm going to go with Gavin strictly because he's listed as a gem. So let's make that pick. 76 overall, medium elite. Okay. Or 75 medium elite, sorry. So let's see what the other player would have been. Folk, the defenseman. I was hoping I can get Folk at 5. That changes a lot because I wanted Folk at 5. Well, I guess I can get the left wing too now. What's the right wing? Two-way forward as well. Don't know anything about Porter Martoon, but I know Reed Dunham is a superstar X Factor, so I'm going to draft him, and he is a medium elite 79 overall. And now we have another pick, and this is the pick where I feel I need a defenseman. I need a defenseman bad. And is it too early to take Malcolm Spence? He's a two-way forward. Never mind. I thought that said left D. Right D. Connor Bentley. 3 years before becoming NHL ready. It's a pick that I feel like we got to keep. Strombopoulos or whatever. That would be nice. Defenseman. Can I move this pick? Let's see if we can move this pick. I don't want to draft anyone here, even though I know there's some good options. Let's see if I can move this pick to next year to someone who might not be the best. Do I take a chance on Calgary Flames sucking? Let's see. LA. So I can work with LA, the Philadelphia Flyers. Let's see Philly. What does Philly got? The 7th overall this year? Okay, let's go Philly. And let's also try getting like a 3rd from them for our first round pick. Trade rejected. First for first. Trade rejected. I feel like our values should be a little bit higher. 7-6, sure. Trade accepted. Okay, so we're re-entering the lottery, hopefully. Philly's got 2 back-to-back picks here now. I could have went. I just didn't want another forward. I'd rather hope and pray that Philly sucks next year, but they probably will be good knowing the way it works. Luongo. Okay, we got a defenseman here. Bjorkforts. Defensive defenseman. Okay. NHL ready in 2 years. Don't know anything about him, but let's take a look to see if there's any gems. Couple bust. No gems. So, scouting rank. Let's go back here and take a look. So, I do like a defenseman. Ilya. Any superstar X Factors, though? Got to do my due diligence here. Not seeing anyone. But I think I definitely have to draft a defenseman here. Medium elite. Definitely not going to be a medium elite defenseman. So we're going to look at the top here. I think that Kerfoot, I like the fact that he played in the A, or in an A+ league, the SHL. Wall, don't want. Mishknov, don't want. It's got to be a defenseman. So we got 2 minutes on the clock. Defensemans. So let's see what we can do here. A+, A- at 45. I feel like they're both defensive defensemen. Christian Bergfors. Bergfors is going to be drafted for us, the SHL, and he is medium top 4, 70 overall. I like that pick. I don't think that's a bad pick there. We're on the clock with a pick at 29 in the second round here. See if we can find anybody here. I like the fact that this kid is 17 years old. He's got tons of time to develop. Another kid in the SHL, it looks like. Obergar. It's been scouted. No report. He's got a star next to his name. Obengauer. Rensfield. Kostanen is listed as a bust. Nico Ramo. Oh my god. Daryl Spezza. I gotta take him. This goaltender doesn't look too bad too. Do I take a risk on the goaltender? 5 years. He's going to be high potential. So he might be a medium elite. Or do I take Spezza? I'm taking one of the two. I might take Spezza. 5 years. I'm going to take the goalie. Blackburn. Noah Blackburn. Medium elite, 47 overall. And that's our draft. We didn't have a lot of picks here. But definitely made some splashes with Gavin and Durham. And also Bergfors. I mean, a successful draft, if you ask me. Time to get into the offseason signings, which we did sign a lot of people in the season last year. So we shouldn't have too many contracts to deal with this year, which is nice. But let's go take a look. Goal Caulfield, 89. Suzuki, 89. So drops down a little bit. Kirby Doc. Hopefully we can get him on a good contract the following year. We got Dennis Savard. Do we want to bring back? I don't think we want to bring back Dennis Savard. 82 at 34 years old. He's just going to get worse. He might come into next year as a 79 overall. So I'm going to hold off on him. Durham. Definitely going to sign him. He's going to play this year in the NHL, hopefully. Anyone else? Harvey Pinard, I'd like to bring back in the AHL. And plus, he has good morale with some of our players. Heinonen, definitely another guy I want to bring back. If I can get him 3 years. I don't know if he'll accept the 3-year deal, so I'm going to have to just do the 2 years for now. Heinonen. Savard, we can wait on. Keep going down the list here. No, don't want him. Piazza, no chance. Simons, no. Just a waste of a roster space. Gavin, I will sign. Yeah, we can sign Gavin. He can play in the AHL this year. Ligari, don't need him. Trudeau, I don't mind him. He can play in the AHL. 73, 22 years old. Mysak can sign him as well. Anyone else here? Value Condota. Don't need that guy. Bergsfjorn. He can play in the AHL this year. Bergie Bergs, you're going the AHL, pal. A low elite. I'm just going to sign him so we can keep him as an RFA. Seems good there. Kemic. Definitely not. Huntula. No. Florian Jackeye still developing down in the minors, which is good. Habsheet, going to sign him as well. He might play in the AHL this year. Most likely not. Kang. I'm going to let Kang walk. Wait, actually, if he's a two-way forward, maybe I'll try giving him a... No, playmaker. I don't need him. Erickson, definitely going to let walk at 59 overall, bottom six. Weistenarian, going to let walk. Gonna let walk. All these 50 overalls I don't think we need on the squad. And as for goaltenders, we do have a couple goaltenders on the roster. Aiden Hill, we signed to that long deal. Jake Allen, we're going to let go this year. I think we're going to run Montembeau as our backup, even though he's a little lower overall. He has been playing well for us. Caden Primo, we can sign him just because he's so cheap. Quap, Vinny, we can get rid of Miller. Nystrom can get rid of as well. I think we can just release these players. Yeah, don't need any moves there. So I'm going to advance a day. Let's see what happens. So we got Harvey Pinard, good to go. Mysak, good to go. Primo, Trudeau, Gavin has joined the squad. Heinman, Habsheed, good to go. Nukelin, good to go. Reed Durham. The only issue with him, only one X factor, which kind of sucks, but it's okay. He's going to be good. Bergson, good to go. Okay, so everyone that we want to offer a contract extension has accepted, which is good to see. Let's simulate to the free agency here. And I think this is the first year where we might be able to make the playoffs. I think we can sneak in. We have a good team. The team is just going to keep developing. We're really young. But let's go look at the free agency and see what we have available to us. And we're going to sort by overall. Jordan Eberle up to an 88 overall. Don't need that. Mangiapane is an interesting one because he's only $5 million. He scores some good goals. Do I want to take... Then I could protect that third line if I got a player like Mangiapane. Mangiapane, eh? Right now we have $31 million in cap space. So we can definitely make something happen. But I think a defenseman would be more realistic for what we're looking for here. So maybe Mangiapane, though. I like where he can fit on this team in that second line for a couple of years. I will offer Mangiapane a contract, but I'm only going to go 2 years because I think that's a good window for him at $5.725 million. I think that works. And I want to go look at defensemen, and I want to see if we can have someone help out on the back end there. Adam Boqvist. Adam Boqvist is interesting. 24 years old, low elite top 4 potential. Might be a restricted free agent. Looks like he is. But I can do 2 years at just $1 million. No picks required. It's definitely going to be matched. It's definitely going to be matched by his team. Okay, so let's go down to 1.575. Okay, can't do that. I'm just going to try offering Boqvist. I think it would be good if we can get him, but I'm going to pretend like we're not going to get him, and let's see what we can do for offensive defenseman or any type of defenseman. Two-way defenseman, Ivan Provorov wouldn't be a bad idea. Neil Pionk wouldn't be a terrible idea. Dante Fabro, a little bit expensive. These players are a little bit expensive, but again, I don't mind signing them to a two-year deal. And I think if I were to get any, I would go with Ivan Provorov or Neil Pionk. I'm going to go Ivan Provorov. I think he's just a little bit younger. Again, we're only signing him to 2 years. I'll pay him more because we're only signing him to that much. I'll pay him $1 million more than what he wants, and I think that is fair. And now I'm going to go ahead and take a look at just the potential and see if there's any steals we can get. Boqvist, Kaylor Yamamoto wouldn't be terrible. Alex Turcotte. Turcotte definitely restricted, which is fine. Not a superstar X factor. Two-way forward. Not the greatest defensively. I'll let that go. McLaughlin. Stranges has some of the best skating in the league. Medium top or low top 6. Gusha, Connor McMichael. None of these guys really kind of sticking out. But let's go take a look at goalies. There's always something in here. Goalies. 86. Ville Husso's here. We got Vejamelka. Definitely butchered that one. They're gonna rip me in the comments, but that's completely okay. But I think those are the only moves I want to make. I have a lot of money, and I might actually just sign someone to an outrageous deal just so it doesn't mess with the salary cap. And that player is gonna be. Let's go take a look at who we can just keep on the roster for $10 million. Hoffman, no. Bailey, no. Who deserves a nice little payday here? Nick Hague, restricted? Yeah, he's restricted. Okay. Marcus Foligno, Lars Eller. Kasperi Kapanen, Michael Bunting. Oh, there we go. That's the one. So just so it doesn't mess with anything, I'm going to go ahead and give Phil Kessel, because I know sometimes if you don't get the league minimum salary cap, it ruins everyone's salary, gets a little messed up. So I'm going to give Phil Kessel $8 million for 1 season. Here, Phil. Enjoy that contract, buddy. Phil Kessel. You're not going to consider anything Cody Ceci down there too. But those are the only moves I'm going to make here at the offseason. I think signing those 2 big players. So we got Adam Boqvist does say yes, obviously. But I'm 100% sure that the Columbus Blue Jackets are going to match that. So definitely not going to work out there. But Phil the Thrill's in. He says yes. Here we go. The Columbus Blue Jackets offer has matched it. Good to know. Mangiapane has joined the squad. Ivan Provorov says no. So we offered Ivan Provorov a couple bucks to join, and that was a no to him. So let's go take a look at the defenseman and see if there's anything else we can do here. That's a big one. I thought we were going to get Provorov for sure. Issa Lindell. is probably our best option now. Let's go overall. Issa Lindell. Yeah, Issa Lindell. Unless we can get Nick Hague, restricted free agent, though. Not really worth it. Jeff Petrie. I'm going to go Issa Lindell. And again, 2 years. And this time, I'm going to give him 6.250. And hopefully he accepts that contract. And that's just to help us kind of spend some money. Because we're going to be spending some big bucks soon. Issa Lindell does join the team as our new top defenseman. And the name I was looking for earlier was Shane Ghost Despair. The Ghost, or Ghost Despair, or Ghost is B here. I do not want Kevin Shattenkirk. Please never offer me a contract extension or a trade offer for him again, because he is terrible. But going into this new year, Juraj Slavkovsky. What is his overall going to be? Suzuki, what is his overall going to be? And we're going to start right away by taking a look. We're still listed as sellers, but I want to take a look at the progress reports. I want to see everyone's overall. Caulfield, 89 overall. Majapani, 21. 21 goes up, so that's good. That's good. Caulfield going up by 12, I hope. Up. Slavkovsky, still only an 84 overall, but he's moved up to a high elite potential. High elite potential for Slavkovsky now. He was medium elite before, so that's huge. Anyone else move up in potential? High top 6 Doc was always like that. Reed, Dunham, Suzuki. Okay, there's no one else that moved up, but that's good news right there for Gallagher's 4th line, 10. He's just going to keep getting worse. Might have to bench him this year. He's just not good, but it's fine. We're going to keep him in the roster. And let's go take a look at roster moves now and see how we can construct this team this year to become somewhat of a contender. Minimum salary cap, so we are good to go there. We don't need to worry about anything breaking. So we got goaltenders, Aiden Hill and Montembeault. I think that's a good 1-2 punch. We have Quap and then Caden Primo in the minors. Defenseman 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Harris making the line. I'm going to go Ryan Backer is going to make the team this year instead of... Harris just hasn't grown at all. Harris hasn't grown at all. I'm going to get rid of Harris. Boom. And then let's keep it going here in the system. Anyone else? Bodine. Don't think he has a spot on the team. Trudeau. Still developing there. I think we're going to keep it just like that. And then we're going to go into forwards. And now we should have an couple extra. So Durham. I think we keep Durham in the roster this year. Harvey Pinard, Phil Kessel, Gallagher, Eric Robertson. There's a couple players here. I think. Do I need to bring anyone up? Lysel. Definitely need to bring Lysel up. Elias Anderson. Don't need to bring up. Yolanin. He can stay down there. Beck would be nice to bring up, but I'm going to keep him one more year in the minors. He's going to be playing with Massar, and I think that'll be a good duo right there. So let's see who we can drop down here. I actually like Eric Robinson on that line as a two-way forward. His defensive skills aren't actually that good. Gallagher, Harvey Pinard. I'm going to bring down Harvey Pinard. And this is tough. This is tough. Okay, Gallagher and Robinson. Yeah, I think that's got to happen. Yeah. And then Phil Kessel will be my extra forward. Yeah, because I need to keep Phil Kessel there for the salary cap. Okay, so best lines. Kind of sucks with Gallagher, to be honest. But Phil Kessel's actually not being benched right now. Who's being benched? Let me take a look. Scratched. Lysel. Can I get Lysel in here? Josh Waugh has made the roster too this year. I think we don't want to get rid of Newhook for Lysel. Newhook just has not been that good for us. I think so. I think I'm going to go Lysel instead of Newhook. Let me look at the defensive. No, Lysel's defensive stats are even worse. I think Lysel might just be the odd man out. Slavkovsky, now listed as third line scoring forward. He's going to be playing with Phil Kessel. Oh, no. Heinonen, third line checking forward. So maybe bring Heinonen up. I'd be more happy with a line like this. Josh Anderson. Josh Anderson can get moved down. What about if I went something like this? I'm gonna need help in these comments, but they want Reed Durham on the first line, and I'm not opposed to it. I'm not opposed to it. It's a two-way forward playing with Nick Suzuki, the playmaker, and then the sniper Cole Caulfield, all superstar X factors in their own right. Mangiapane on that second line. Maybe bringing him in wasn't the greatest move, but maybe if I kind of like Slavkovsky playing, put him on his one-timer side, shoots left, Mangiapane, and then we can have Kirby Dach in the middle. Then we have Farrell, Newhook, Heinonen, Phil Kessel, Joshua Waugh, and Josh Anderson. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And then now we got Reinbacker's got to come up the lineup. Reinbacker can play with Gooley. And then can we make this work any? We always have -3 on there, it feels like. Reinbacker. I kind of want Reinbacker just to play full minutes, but I'm going to keep him right there. Reinbacker can play with Gooley. The -3 for these is not good, but we'll just leave it like that for now. Power play. Oh, God, Phil. Look at that. Phil Kessel getting power play time. Who's on unit 2? Yeah, I'm going to bring Durham to unit 1. Oh, Slavkovsky not even playing on the power play? Wow. Okay, so Slavkovsky can go right here. Especially now that he's got a better overall or a better potential. We'll put Slavkovsky there. Lundell, Suzuki, Caulfield. Okay, no one's missing there. Because on the second unit, we're going to go Durham, Farrell, Dach, Gooley. And then the one other person I want to put in there is going to be Farrell. Should I get Farrell in there? No. It's tough. It's tough. This is a tough role here. I'm okay with that second unit. It's whatever. So second unit, power play 2, Durham, Farrell, Barron. I don't really think Barron needs ice time there, but we'll let him. We'll test it out. And then Dach. Okay, so now let's go. Distribute finisher isn't going to be Dach. It's going to be. Yeah, Dach can be the finisher, actually. Puck carrier. We'll have Durham as the puck carrier. Actually, I want the finisher to be Durham. Durham, and then we'll get Dach there. And distributor. That seems good. Actually, we'll go Gooley. Gooley can be. Boom. Okay. So I'm okay with that. Power play line 1. Let's double check this here. So we want finisher Caulfield, distributor Suzuki, puck carrier Suzuki. Makes sense to me. Makes sense to me there. That is going to be the Montreal Canadiens. I know we just rambled for a long time, but fog of war is off. Had enough of that. Brock Garrison has a new conversation. 9-game trial. What's the plan for this year? NHL, kid. I disagree. No. What does this guy think? No 9-game trial. Let me do my job. Let me do my job, all right? This guy's going to take care of business. He's playing first line left wing minutes, pal. Simulate to the regular season here. Who do we have in game number 1? Is it going to be the Toronto Maple Leafs, hopefully? Dun, dun, dun. It is the Calgary Flames. Let's go on home ice here. Home ice, new year, year number 3 now. Calgary coming off a 4-2 win over the Washington Capitals. Here we go. First period. 0-0. Outshooting the Flames 12-8. Second period. 3-1 for the Flames as Dubé scores 2 goals. Backlund. But we do get a goal from Kirby Dach. So some work to do going into this third period. And Nazem the Dream. Not a good start. Power play though. Maybe just get 1. There we go. Mangiapane scores in his first game as a Montreal Canadian. Another power play against his former team also. 4-2. If we can get one before the 3-minute mark, we might have a chance here. Not looking good. Had a decent amount of shots, but just okay. Heinonen gets one. 20 seconds. We fall 4-3 in game number 1. I skipped it way too quick, but we can't go like that. Mangiapane leads the way with a goal and a helper for 2 points in his debut game off his big nice contract. And next up, we got the New York Islanders. First period, 2-0. Suzuki and Josh Anderson get it done. Captain Suzuki, been our leading point getter the entire series, and he doesn't stop here. Second period, well, damn. We were up 2-0. We're getting outshot 32-11. Casey Cizikas, Oliver Wahlstrom, Matt Barzal, and Alex, I believe, Barbanov. Not good, Aiden Hill. Not good there. 4 goals in the second period allowed. Power play, can we answer? And we give up a shorthanded goal to Noah Dobson. And Montembo's in the net now. We just got killed. Phil Kessel. Romanov. Okay. And that's just 7-3. We're getting beat down here. We're getting beat down here bad. Let's simulate. Let's do a couple games here just so we can have some roster moves that we might have to make next game. Our next video. Let's go to this Ottawa Senators game. 0-2-0 so far. 0-3-0. Okay, there we go. 2 wins in a row. Can we beat Columbus? Okay, can't beat Columbus, but we can go 3-4 right here. The Ottawa Senators are 3-3. First period. 1-0. There we go. Goal Caulfield gets one past Jonas Korpisalo as we're being outshot 17-10 after the first. Second period, Drake Batherson scores a power play goal as again letting up a lot of shots. 28 shots for the Ottawa Senators after 2. But heading into the third period, it's a 1-1 game. Never mind. Kirby Dach's on the board as he snipes one past Jonas Korpisalo. And we have a huge power play. Unable to capitalize. Penalty kill. Can't get it done. Brady Tkachuk scores right as the penalty expires. But Reed Dunham scores his first of the slow simulation. But Frank Vetrano scores right back on Aiden Hill as we are giving up way too many shots. But Reed Dunham scores his second of the third period. And the Ottawa Senators fall to the Montreal Canadiens 4-3. What a game from Reed Dunham. Definitely staying after that. And the Buffalo Sabres. Okay. So 3-4. I don't feel terrible about this. Caulfield only has 1 goal, but he has 10 points, which is good to see there. And let's take a look. Suzuki 8. Reed Dunham has 5 points in 7 games, a +3. Kirby Dach 7 in 7, -4 though. Mangiapane 4. Phil Kessel 4 points in 7 games. That'd be Phil. Reinbacher 4 points in 7 games. That's good to see there as our young kid is developing a little bit. Farrell 4 points. Josh Anderson 4. Slavkovsky hasn't been doing too much yet, but you got to keep him on that line, I think. He's got that high elite potential now. Gooley, Newhook, Waugh scores his first career goal. Norlander. So nothing terrible. I think our third line defensive pairing could use some assistance. But statistically, I've seen worse. I've seen worse here, and leading the entire league is going to be, what, Nikita Kucherov? Austin Matthews has 15 points in 6 games. Willie Nylander 13, Kyle Connor 12, Robertson, Zibanejad, Matt Tkachuk, Barkov, Marchand, Connor McDavid. So kind of the usual suspects at the top here. Scheifele, but Caulfield should be right around here. There he is, 10 points. So not too bad for goal Caulfield himself. 17 shots, only 1 goal, but he's going to score his goals. Just let his time come. But that's going to do it for this episode. Episode number 5, Fog of War turned off. Huge draft. Couldn't get the franchise potential player. I wish we could, but it was just not going to happen. We need to trade basically everything away for him. We could have done it, maybe, but I don't think it would have been fair to get him. But let me know what you think in the comments below. The assistant GMs here have been great, saving my life. I need some tips for that third line. What are the third defensive pairing? What are we going to do? And also for our forward crew, I'm not sold on this. I honestly want Phil Kessel on the first line. I mean, I'll put Phil Kessel right there, and he'd probably be even better because Newhook's trash. So, I mean, I don't even mind having it like that. But what do you think of this? Heinen from an 84 to an 83 now. Morale's probably playing a factor. Slavkovsky, have him on his off wing. Do we think we should have a different player there? Dach up to an 85 overall as well. Reed Dunham off to a great start in his career. 5 points in 7 games, +3. 20 minutes on ice per game. Suzuki and Caulfield all over a point per game as well. But let me know in the comments below what we should do, what we should change, and have a wonderful day. Peace.